I feel like there are a lot of common misconceptions when it comes to language learning. And even if you are an experienced language learner, you may still believe in some of those. I've also fallen for many traps, and I think I could learn English and German so much easier and so much faster. So you may want to see this video to make your language learning more enjoyable and more effective. If you agree or disagree on what I say, comment down below, because I simply love reading your comments and hearing different perspectives. And to see more of my videos in the future, subscribe to my channel. And let's go! The money myth. Generally speaking, the more money we invest in something, the more valuable it becomes to us. And to a certain point, I agree with this sentence, but I don't think it works for language learning. Many people still believe that you have to invest a lot of money in language materials and language courses to become fluent. And this is simply not true. And there is a simple reason why it works for other things and it doesn't work for language learning. Let's say that you want to buy a new phone. The more money you have, the better phone you can buy, because it can have better camera, it can have more memory, and so on. When it comes to language learning, it's different, because fluency, it's not a materialistic thing that you can buy. You can pay for language classes, you can buy language materials, but you cannot really buy motivation. You cannot really buy the ability to speak, and so on. That's why I believe that to achieve fluency, you don't have to have a lot of money. And maybe you even don't have to spend any money if you don't want to. There are a lot of free resources out there. YouTube channels, mobile applications, online website dedicated to studying grammar, and articles available online. So it's all the matter of your motivation and dedication. It depends on you, not on the money that you have or don't have. The break myth. Recently I watched a video on YouTube and I remember somebody saying that you shouldn't take breaks if you really wanted to learn a foreign language. And I disagree on that, because breaks can actually work to your advantage. First of all, this kind of mindset that you shouldn't take any breaks puts a lot of pressure on you. And I believe that language learning should be an exciting journey. And if you think about it in this way, it sounds more like an obligation. Breaks can be a way to recharge your mind, and it can help you to go back to your old tasks with new energy. I took a lot of breaks while studying German and English, and I think that it was actually beneficial. You may think that taking breaks is a bad thing because you may forget what you've learned. But it's not gonna happen that easily, because learning a new foreign language is a skill, and when you learn a new skill, new connections in your brain are built. So let me give you an example. You probably learned to ride a bicycle when you were a child, and you most likely still can ride a bike, even though you currently don't use it that much. Maybe when you start riding a bicycle again after a few years, you will be a little bit clumsy at first, but your brain will quickly realize that this is something familiar. And it works the same with language learning. After taking a break, you may forget a few words, and you may not sound as fluent as usual, but your brain will adapt quickly, and you shouldn't really worry about it. The teacher myth. Many people come to language classes and they think that your teacher should teach them a language. And the problem with this is that they don't really take the responsibility for their fluency. So they have high expectations and requirements, but they don't really want to put a lot of effort. And I talk about it because even if it's embarrassing to admit, that was also my attitude at first. And I think it's pretty common. So I can understand how it works very well. Putting effort is hard. Admitting that this is your responsibility may be uncomfortable. But when I understood that actually I am the person who is responsible for my fluency, I made a huge progress. And I could also benefit so much more from language classes, because unfortunately this demanding attitude stops you from getting better. I'm not saying that language classes or language courses are bad, and I'm not saying that your teacher won't teach you, but what I'm saying is that you should go to language classes with a different attitude. Go to classes to educate yourself, not to magically become educated by somebody, because this is simply not how it works. The speaking myth. Speaking a foreign language is a huge part of achieving fluency in that language. That's why there are a lot of myths connected to that. There are people who claim that you shouldn't speak until you are on B1 level, until you learn 1000 most common words, until you can understand books and movies in that foreign language. And on the other hand, there are people who claim that you should speak from the first day of learning a new foreign language, because otherwise you will develop a language blockade and you will be never able to speak that foreign language. And I think that both of the groups are wrong, because there is no one perfect moment to start speaking. It's actually pretty individual, so it depends on you. Do you prefer to wait until you feel more comfortable and until you know more words? Or do you prefer to get out of your comfort zone and try to speak from the first day of learning a new foreign language by repeating new phrases? I honestly think that both of the approaches are possible. The self-study myth. Another misconception that is pretty controversial is that you can learn a foreign language completely on your own. Recently, it has become very popular to think that you can learn a foreign language completely on your own. And it is simply because it is a cool idea, that you don't really have to get out of your comfort zone and learn a foreign language by talking to other people. There are a lot of videos on YouTube that show you the process of people who self-studied a language and now they are fluent. The problem that I have with that is that the main purpose of speaking a foreign language is or should be to actually connect with other people. And that's why you need this interaction. Another problem is that you won't get any feedback if you self-study a language. Also, if you are an extrovert, you may lose motivation, because interactions with other people make language learning so exciting. Speaking with other people should be something that motivates you, not something that you are scared of. On the other hand, I agree that you can improve your passive skills by watching movies or reading books. But sooner or later, you should expose yourself to real-life conversations, because this is the main purpose of using a foreign language and of using a language in general. And there are also many ways of how you can do it for free. For example, by talking to your friends, by talking to new people online, by finding a language partner. So I don't really believe that studying only on your own and avoiding any type of interactions or conversations can be beneficial to you. I would love to hear your opinion, if you agree or disagree on what I say. Also, if you noticed any other misconceptions, comment down below. I'm always happy to read and answer your comments, so I'm looking forward to a discussion. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and check out the video that is visible on the screen. There I explain how to stop memorizing a foreign language and acquire it instead.